What is up, everyone? Currently 6 days out from my first men's physique bodybuilding competition. Currently in peak week. So what that means is there's a completely new set of protocols for all bodybuilders during the last 7 days of prep. I'm gonna be sharing more what that actually looks like. Today, we're gonna be going through a back and shoulders workout, going through roughly 3 movements for back, 3 movements for shoulders. I'm gonna share a little bit more about some of the mandatory poses that I'm gonna have to do when I'm up on stage. We are gonna be competing in the evening. So Friday evening, June 24th, it's going down. I have roughly 6 days left to improve, to execute, and to show up as the best version of myself. Right now, I am feeling absolutely fantastic, feeling great. Cardio's been going well. I've been very, very diligent with my food, with my water. So just blessings on blessings. I'm feeling really grateful, feeling really proud, and really excited to show you all a little bit more about a day in the life of a men's physique competitor. We're gonna go ahead and get started with today's workout, starting off with some back, and we're gonna be doing a reverse grip lat pull down for our first movement of the day. Let's get after it. First movement, reverse grip lat pull down. All I'm thinking about is bringing my elbow all the way down right by my hips. Every single rep, nice and controlled on the way up. Here we go. All right, let's talk some mistakes that people make when they're doing the lat pull down. One is they're not actually doing a complete stretch at the top. A lot of people will stop right before. You almost want to think of bringing your shoulders all the way up as high up as you can so you get that full range of motion. 2, a lot of people yank the weight when they're driving it down. So you're using more momentum when you're yanking the weight. Instead, you want to keep it nice, controlled. Think about the certain muscles that you're trying to engage during the movement. Keep it nice and controlled every single rep. That's what I'm aiming for. That's what you should aim for. We're gonna go into our second set. All right, let's go ahead and talk peak week protocols. So for the last 3 weeks, I've been going super low carb, pretty much Monday to Sunday, with the exception of 1 refeed day, meaning I get 1 day where my carbs are kind of bumped up. That's to almost give my body a little bit of a diet break and to just help me feel more energized throughout the week. This week, things are gonna be a little bit different. My carbs are slowly ramping up. I'll just share with you the exact number. So I started off at 77 grams of carbs, which is very, very low. But of course, the main purpose of that was to help me just get rid of all the body fat, help me lean out a little bit. Now that we're getting closer to show day, my carbs are going up by 20 to 30 grams every single day. Protein staying around the same, the fats are gonna start dropping off, and the purpose of that is to start helping me fill in. My water's still super high, trying to drink 2 gallons of water every single day. On show day, we're gonna be actually limiting the water intake to help me dry out a little bit. So, love my coach, Chad. He sent me an entire email just going through the protocol for me on my peak week. Some of the things that I'm going to have to keep in mind during this peak week. No more sodas, no carbonation drinks, fine for me. I'm not really into that much. And also no artificial sweeteners. That one's a bit harder for me because I do like adding a bunch of stuff into my coffee, but this week we're just gonna keep it very simple. We're gonna stick to the plan, stick to the protocol, and I'm really excited to share a little bit more about what peak week looks like with all of you. So with that being said, I'm gonna mentally prepare, get locked in. We're hitting the 3rd set here. Feeling super solid. Felt like I executed that really well. Second movement, straight arm lat pull down. Same thing, you wanna make sure you're getting a full stretch at the top. Try your best to keep your arms completely straight. And we are coming down to our hips once again. I like to pause for a second and then slowly come back up. You're gonna get a great stretch in the lats. This is actually one of my personal favorite back movements. So looking forward to showing y'all straight arm lat pull down. Let's go ahead and bump up the weight. 90 seconds off, we're gonna get back to it. Third movement of the day is our single arm row unilateral movement. We're going to try to keep our back completely flat or as close to it as possible. Going for a full stretch at the bottom, so you're coming all the way down, and it's more of a scooping motion, right? Most people just kick the weights straight up. You're not actually engaging your lats properly. You wanna go for that scooping motion. Every rep, you're gonna see exactly what that looks like here. The right way to do this movement. Time to bump up, 60, going to 80. For any of you that are feeling unmotivated, that feel stuck, that just feel lost or just not quite feeling like you're 100% there, especially when it comes to your fitness goals and your fitness journey, I want you all to remember that you are not alone. Every time I feel like giving up, every time I'm struggling, every time a new obstacle comes in my way, I remind myself that I am not alone. I want to not just make myself proud, but I do this for my friends, for my family, for my coaches, for my community, for all my clients. I make this about something that's bigger than just me. And when you make it about more than just you, it's that much easier to show up, it's that much easier to execute, and it just reminds you that you're here for a bigger reason, you're here for a bigger purpose. And I say this all the time, but we are all an influencer in our own circle, right? We all have influence over the people around us. Chances are, in the same way how maybe some of you look up to me, I guarantee you that there are people in your life that look up to you. So make sure you're showing up, make sure you're putting in those little deposits every single day, and that's how you get out of that feeling of feeling stuck, feeling like you're in a rut. we're done with back. We're ready to move on. I'm gonna hit some arms just for fun real quick, and then we're gonna move on to shoulders. Pretty much halfway done with the workout. We'll see if this works. I'm gonna have to tighten it as much as possible. Yeah, this was never here before. We're gonna bump up. Got 20s coming up next. Keeping the arms straight, coming up as high as I can. Controlled, eccentric, y'all know the drill. So when I'm on prep, my rest period in between sets is a little bit longer. Usually I like to stick to right around 60 to 90 seconds. On prep, it's been 2 to 3 minutes just to give my body a little bit more time to recover. It's gonna allow me to do the movements more safely, prevent me from just like yanking the weight and actually performing the movement correctly as well. So longer breaks when you're in a deficit is a great way to go. All right, feeling great there. I'm gonna check out my workout program. I can't even remember what I have to do next. So yes, I'm following a structured program that my coach gives me. Makes it a lot easier and no guesswork in my workouts. So keep that in mind. All right, so up next, we got our upright row. I'm gonna go ahead and get that set up here. We're ready to move on. We're gonna do some rope face pulls for our last movement of the day. There's probably 100 different ways to execute on this movement. I personally try to focus on hitting my rear delts. So what that means is I keep my elbows really high when I'm driving back, going back literally so that this piece right here in the middle comes right up to my face. That's what we're aiming for. You'll see a bunch of people that will be leaning super far back as they're driving. I naturally do that as the weight gets heavier, but I really try to keep a nice upright position and not lean too far back. That's gonna give you better engagement. We're gonna take a quick breather. We're gonna go into our second set. Almost done with the workout. All right, we're gonna wrap up this video with me talking about my men's physique posing. I'm gonna go ahead and switch into my board trunks, board shorts for the show, and I'll show you what I look like 6 days out. All right, so this is what we're working with right now. This is what I look like flat. I don't really have that much food in me. I don't have that many carbs in me. 6 days out, I'm gonna show you all my posing routine. There are 2 mandatory poses in men's physique. One is going to be the front shot. The second one is going to be the back shot. So I'm gonna practice some holds for both of those. I'm gonna show you the routine. Let's go ahead and do some posing. This is my favorite part of bodybuilding. All right, so I feel tighter and tighter every time I run through my posing routine. I'm gonna show you all the front pose, which I'm gonna hold for around a minute. I'm gonna show you the back pose, which I'm also gonna hold for around a minute. This pretty much concludes my peak week video. Show some love by giving this video a like, share it with a friend. I have 6 days left. Give all the support, all the love, almost there. Final grind, final time to push, overcome all the obstacles, overcome my limits, and show up shredded. I'm ready for battle. I'm ready to get after it. Summer shredding, I'm coming for you.